And I know I figured this out before and I've forgotten. Hey guys, welcome back. So I got Friday favorites and Fooeys for you today, and just a hodgepodge of favorites again this week. I've got some good affordable favorites and a couple of new things that I've been trying out that I've really been enjoying. Revisited an old favorite, got some red lip favorites, just a hodgepodge of goodies, so let's get to it. So for eyes this week, one palette that I was trying out was this one from Bad Habit. This is the Divine palette. I will have a whole video on this palette, but I wanted to go ahead and mention it to you because I played with it quite a lot this week, and I do really like it, but I have some thoughts on it, and I didn't go ahead and clean up my palette so you can kind of see it. So there's a lot of this kind of situation going on with it, so it's one of those palettes that has quite a few loosely packed shimmery shades, but that are really pretty if you use them the right way. So I actually do really like this palette. I just find that I have to be careful when I'm working with it and just know that it's gonna look a little bit dirty because it's looking a little bit dirty. So I do have this shade on my lid. I kind of kept my eye look a little bit softer today. This is my version of softer eye look, you know. So often I sit down to do my makeup and I'm really intending on doing a very light look. Like that happened to me last weekend. I was wanting something really light. I wasn't gonna like, you know, go all out. And then I just start playing with makeup and I am like full on before I know it. So anyway, I was trying to go a little bit lighter today and it's sort of lighter, but still not that light. So anywho, I have Nirvana on my lid, but I did wear this one, which is Freysia. And then I also wore Ascension. So even now, just watch these for you. I also like this one. The mattes are really nice. They're very blendable. They are loosely packed. Not loosely packed. They are soft shadows, but still really good. But even now when I'm trying to swatch these for y'all, they're just very, very loose. And even today, I used it with, so I just use a setting spray with these. I'll get some of the product on my brush, spray my brush, like I've been using the CoverGirl setting spray. I really like that. It works very well for setting the makeup, but also for like a mixing medium. So sprayed my brush, used it that way, worked great. Then I went to kind of add a little bit more of this shade, I think it was. I don't remember which shade. Whatever shade I said I used on my lid. I went to use more of that, and I went to use it with my finger, and I got fallout on my face. So even using it with your fingers isn't ideal. So I would absolutely use it with a setting spray. Just wet your brush. If you do it that way, they're really not hard to work with. So really, I would say that's the key. If you do that, they're great, and they're really pretty on the eyes. They look very metallic-y and pretty and shimmery. So I say all that to say I like them. Absolutely. I think they end up creating really pretty eye looks, but I think that it's absolutely essential to use a setting spray just to help hold them together. But you can look at them there. I mean, they're really pretty. They wear well. And I like this palette because it has a combination. Let me show you these swatches for a couple more seconds so you can see what they look like. Very pretty, very pretty. So I like that this palette has a good combination of neutral shades, but then also some deeper kind of jewel tones. It looks very neutral, but a little bit fall, a little bit, it's got some of that depth to it. So I really do like the collection of colors in here. So anywho, I was playing around with this week. I will have a whole video on it, but I pretty much told you a lot of thoughts right then. But I'll try to have some more thoughts in that video and also do a tutorial for y'all. And then I'm super excited about this palette. My friend Julie Dawn Olsen here on YouTube had posted on her Instagram stories about finding and using some of the new Rimmel Magnif'Eyes palettes. And I didn't even realize that they had newer ones. I haven't gotten one since the Spice palette, which I love. If you don't have the Spice palette, the Rimmel Magnif'Eyes Spice Edition, it's amazing. I highly, highly recommend that palette. So loved that one. So I was super excited to hear that they had some newer ones. There's the, and I don't know what order they came out in, I'm not sure. The Jewel Rocks, there's a violet one, and then there's this one, which is the Crimson Edition. So this is the one that I've been playing around with, and I just think it's so fun. So I do have both this palette and the Divine palette on my eyes right now, but what I've been super impressed with in this palette are the mattes. They blend very well, and they really are that perfect mix between being not too pigmented, but not pigmented. They're in that happy zone right in the middle there, which is awesome. Got a little bit of this on my eyes today. I also played with this one. So I'm still like really diving into this palette, but so far I really like it. I don't think I like it as much as the Spice Edition, but I still think it's really pretty, especially if you like pinky shades. I love pink shadows, so that's what makes me excited about this one specifically. And I think this would pair well with the Spice palette. So if you like those kind of, you know, warm, rusty sort of colors and those pinky shades, rosy shades, I think they would all pair so nicely together, each of the palettes, to create some really fun looks. So there are those. Isn't that a fun pink? I just love it. So yeah, it's beautiful. And these are like, I think they're regular price. Of course, it's going to depend on where you live and like, you know, retail prices or whatever. But I think it was around $9 at Walgreens, but then it was on, no, $8.50. And then it was on, it had some kind of coupon or something. So it was like $7.50. And I think that they were around $8 at Walmart. So, I mean, awesome price point. I really need to just take a walk around the drugstore, and I need to do another What's New at the Drugstore video. I really do, because there's some new stuff out that I still have not played with, and I'm always going to be a drugstore makeup girl. It's just, I can babble on about that forever. I feel like I do that in a lot of Friday favorites. Y'all know I like me some affordable makeup. So I am super excited about these new palettes. So I was playing around with this one, the Crimson Edition this week, and I really do like it. But first choice would be the Spice Edition. If you don't have that one, you definitely need it. For cheeks this week, another goodie from the drugstore. This is the Hard Candy Fox in a Box Party Girl Marbleized Baked Bronzer. So technically this is a bronzer, but this is one of those products that I love to use as a blush bronzer combo. I actually am wearing a bronzer today, but I really didn't need to, because this is one of those products that works so well as just a one and done, quick step, gives you a little bit of shape to your face, but also some warmth and beautiful color to your cheeks. It is a beautiful shade. It's kind of a rosy sort of a shade, like a rosy bronzer. That's how I would describe it. And it's really like, I don't know, pretty in the pan, so it looks pretty. It just has this soft, gorgeous sort of a look to it. I just love it. It has a nice scent to it. And I know I figured this out before and I've forgotten what I decided this smells like. I don't remember, but it's some kind of a chocolatey, powdery sort of a smell. Like almost like cocoa powder or hot cocoa powder. I'm not sure. It smells chocolatey in some way, but there's the swatch. So you can see it's just a beautiful, it's a rosy bronzery color, and it's got a little bit of a sheen to it, so it just looks so pretty on the cheeks. If you're going for a very light makeup look, you want to add a little bit of color to your face, a freshness to your face, but you don't want to look overdone, this is a great one for that. This is one of the products that I pulled out when I was going to do a light makeup look that day. So this is like one of those that I would grab for that sort of a makeup look, but then all the crazy layered makeup ensued at that moment. But I just love it. It's one of my favorite things in the drugstore. I think it's beautiful. I think the packaging is cute. It's a great bronzer slash blush situation. For highlighter this week, I was loving this. So I had seen this like jumbo size of the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator on QVC's website. And for some reason, I thought that they were colors I already owned. I think it maybe comes in 2 shades. And for some reason, I thought that they were just jumbo size of ones I already had, of like the different ones, or the regular line ones. But it's a different shade. This one is a different shade. This is Pixie Pearl. One of you guys told me this, and I think, oh, I don't remember who it was. Was it Gina? Was it you? I don't remember who told me. But anyway, once you told me, I was like, what? Because I love these and I love collecting them. They're some of my favorite highlighters. So I ordered it and it's beautiful. This, did I already say the name? This is Pixie Pearl. So pretty. I mean, even look at it in the pan. Now I will say, I don't need the jumbo size. I mean, that's cool, but I mean, this is going to take forever to go through. Even the small size will take forever to go through. So I mean, the jumbo size is cool, but that's not like what makes me so excited about it. It's really the color and just that it's a different color. So it is a beautiful light champagne-y pink. Oh my goodness, I love it. It's really probably not that different. Well, no, I was gonna say it's probably pretty similar to the Laura Mercier one that I showed last week, but I don't know that it is. I think this one is maybe a little bit more duochrome-y than that one. I think this one is getting more into that metallic-y sort of a look. Like the Laura Mercier is very soft and natural but buildable, so very versatile. This one is too, but this is more on the metallic-y side, so you gotta like your highlighters and your more metallic-y looking highlighters to like this one. And it's got that duochrome-y fun shift to it, almost like a lavender and peach sort of a shift. It's really fun, really pretty. The texture of these swirl illuminators is so nice. Even just when you go to like swatch it, it's silky, it's buttery feeling. It's an amazing texture. So if you've not tried these at all, I would highly recommend them. They're just, like I said, some of my favorite highlighters. But this color specifically, I think is so pretty. It is just beautiful. So I was loving it this week. Thank you so much for telling me that. That's amazing. Y'all always like give me little tips and tricks that I didn't know about. So thanks for letting me know. For lips this week, I actually wore a couple of red lips this week, and these were two of my favorites. So I'm actually wearing kind of a combination of the two of these, but lightly applied. So let me start with this one. So I wore this one. This is Milani's Matte Passion. So I wore this one day, very lightly applied, like I just kind of barely swiped it across my lips and kind of rubbed my lips together to sort of get that, oh, that like popsicle lip sort of a look. So I did that today, started out doing that, but I think my lips are a little bit drier than they were the day that I did that because my lips were looking a little bit dry. So I topped it with a little bit of this, again, lightly applied. So let me get this one swatched. So Matte Passion is a beautiful pinup orangey red, and it's a matte. I really like these. I think they're awesome lipsticks from the drugstore. They're long wearing. They're a matte, and I wouldn't say that they're a super hydrating matte, but I don't think they're uncomfortably matte, but I'm a matte lipstick gal, so I don't mind a matte lipstick. But like I said, even today, like, it was looking a little dry on my lips. So I topped it with this one, which I think is a great matte formula, different price point. This is the Too Faced Peach Kiss lipstick, and this is in Muy Caliente. Muy Caliente. So the day that I wore this week, I wore it full on, and I think it was so pretty that way. It's a statement classic red lip. This one is darker than the Milani one, and this one is less orangey. So you can see it's a deeper red, more of a cool tone red. It's really kind of just a mid-tone red, but it's got that depth to it. It's very, again, very classic. So different sorts of reds, different price points, different sort of formulas, both matte, but this one is a lot more hydrating and comfortable on the lips. But I'm not knocking the Milani ones because I really, really like them, and I have a lot of shades because I like them so much. But I'm just saying that, like, if you don't like super matte lipsticks, I would go more with this one because it just has more hydration to it and has a really nice smell to it. So pretty individually, fun layered together, fun lightly applied, fun full on, just pretty red lipsticks. All right guys, so those are all my favorites for this week. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you were loving this week or maybe not so much loving. Let me know your weekend plans or any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!